let's get to it, y'all. Y'all, this story gets deeper and deeper and deeper with this whole, these false prophets that's running around here with a Bible in their hand. Y'all, it's about to go down, okay, y'all? And I feel so good that I can put this on blast, y'all, because I sit back, y'all, as a child, and I couldn't say nothing. I couldn't say anything when I was little, and going to the hall and all of this stuff, and you were hearing all of these, stories about this person and that person, stay away from this person and this and that and that and this, and when nothing being done about it. And y'all, I just thought about this guy right here. I don't know, my day ones, twos, and threes, I'm sure a lot of people know about Def Comedy Jam. If you don't, y'all better go get it, okay? Because it was one of my requests for, a gift. When somebody asked me what I want for a gift, I was like, I need the Def Comedy Jams.
Okay, so I wanted to add something to what she's saying. She's right. When you go to church and you're little, I would say I was probably maybe 10 or 11. I went to a church and we sang in a choir and did the praise team leadership. I thought nothing of this, but the preacher was married at the time, probably his third wife, I don't know. But she attacked me. I was 10 years old. And his wife attacked me and said, oh, you're wearing that short dress to entice my husband. And she went off on me, a 10-year-old. This lady had to be probably 50. And I found that kind of strange because I'm like, first of all, ill, at his age, ill. But she attacked me and said I was wearing short dresses to entice her husband. Well, as time went on, this preacher would take us home because we were underage and, we came there on our own. Our parents weren't with us. And so he dropped us off. But while we were in the car, I had my sisters in the car we were all in the car with him. He was taking us home. And when we got to the house, he reached over and he kissed one of my siblings in the mouth with his tongue. And at the time I was like, oh, what in the world is this? And I couldn't understand why she would allow it. And it was almost like he caught her off guard and she had no choice but to participate in it. And, I ain't say nothing. I left it alone because it's hard for a child to say to an adult or somebody else that a preacher is doing something that seems a little sexual to a child, because she was underage too. She's 1 year under me. I left it alone, never said nothing. A year or so later, he died. But I wanted to add that she's right. A lot of times you don't want to say nothing when you see stuff because it seems like, strange. It just seems strange. It doesn't seem like something that was normal. So I'm going to let her finish her statement.
Got the whole, all the seasons, okay, y'all? But this was one of my favorites. I don't know whatever happened to this guy, Reggie McFadden. But he's the one that got on there. This is why I be talking about the Roach Man over there, because of this guy right here. This guy right here can tell a Roach story. Okay, y'all? And he was talking about how...
Did you look at your last poop after you were done?
Hang on.
What did it look like? Marbles?
That was crazy. Okay, let's... I'm going to let it play so I can skip it.
Hot dogs?
Here we
Everybody
go.
was ignoring all of these roaches just everywhere, all around, and ain't nobody saying nothing. He was like, why ain't anybody saying anything? This is how I felt when I was smaller and I was at the hall. And it was just so many people getting away with stuff that they were doing. Mm-hmm. And, when I would say something, I would be told, Jehovah gonna clean his own house. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about it, this and that and that and this. But this was, to me, their way to not deal with stuff that was going on and to let people just get away with it. Okay, y'all? I heard one of the times, I got to tell y'all about this story right here, because this one right here
I'm going to
is
pause
a
it.
doozy. Okay, it took
Okay.
place around the time that I was, I couldn't say nothing. Okay, y'all? And it made me sick to my stomach to go to the hall sometimes, because of the fact that it was so much stuff that was being talked about behind closed doors, but they wouldn't say anything. They get in the hall or the churches, and everybody just quiet, but all behind closed doors, everybody letting the cat out the bag. Okay, y'all? Well, y'all, let me tell you this. Okay? And you're not going to believe it, but the people that's probably, that went through the same thing, they believe it. They know.
Yeah, I know.
They know. And this makes me come to the conclusion, too, that a lot of religions is nothing but cults, to be honest. Because if you're really there to teach somebody about God, you're supposed to be helping people, not helping yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes you just wonder why the people that run everything is the richest ones at the hall. They got these big houses.
Right.
They got these nice fancy
I agree
cars.
with
Their
her.
wives have all this jewelry and this stuff. And they are just getting paid off of these people. Okay, y'all? So I want y'all to pay attention to this. This is a story that happened when I was younger. Okay? People, I ain't gonna say no names, but they went to the hall, y'all. And these parties that, everybody's talking about, these, have you ever swallowed parties? They used to throw these type of parties.
Have you ever been swallowed?
I know of somebody that
Have you ever been
party
swallowed?
like this. And they have their own children, y'all. Their own
Crazy.
children were a part of the party.
Mm.
And they sit back and they watch their own children mingle and tingle with each other, y'all.
Mm.
And these were people
Sick.
that were knocking on people's doors with a Bible, trying to preach the word of God to other people. I kid y'all not.
Mm.
I kid y'all not.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Jehovah's Witness ain't a real religion either. It's a cult.
Y'all. They act as if it did not even happen. And y'all wonder why so many people is messed up in this world when they are going through so much stuff, even at home, y'all. I want y'all to pay attention that the majority of the people that goes to, these places of worship, a lot of them are hypocrites. A lot of them. But you know what? A lot of them are waking up. The ones that really is going there to learn about God, not going for the after parties.
Right.
Okay, y'all? The after swallowed parties. Okay, y'all?
Swallowed.
Not them.
Have you ever
The
been
ones that's
swallowed?
really going in there to learn and stuff is really sticking to them. They're waking up. And they're saying that what the Bible said in itself about false prophets and stuff like that, they're experiencing this with their pastors and their elders and all of that.
She's right.
And it's up to you to wake up. It is up to you to wake up. Like I told you, I was sick to my stomach. Majority of the time that I was there, I listened. A lot of stuff stuck with me. And I do believe that I fell in love with the guy over the years. But when I was younger, it boiled my blood, to be honest with y'all. Because I was like, I can't believe the stuff that's going on. They preach all of this stuff. And then they turn around and they let stuff just,
Go under the
people
rug.
just get away with all kind of mess that they're doing. And I mean some stuff that people should have went to jail. Not only got kicked out the hall, but they should have went to jail for it. And they never did, y'all. They never did.
I'm not surprised.
And I know this.
Because Jehovah's Witness ain't right either.
So, when it comes down to, Puffy, T.D. Jakes, and his wife, Sarita, okay? We can't leave her out. Because it's some wives we're going to talk about today, okay? Because there's some more information coming out now. And it's a doozy. It's a doozy. Now, everybody's talking about this East St. Peter's Church, y'all. Well, these members or these pastor and his wife and stuff like that, and certain members that go to this church, y'all, okay, in Mississippi, they were followers also of T.D. Jakes. Very close followers of T.D. Jakes, okay, y'all? So close that they were also, word on the street, y'all, throwing Um, have you ever swallowed parties?
Have
Okay. So I
you ever
want y'all to
been
listen to the stuff
swallowed?
that,
Have you
I'm
ever
about
been
to show y'all. A
swallowed?
lot of people have been wondering, how in the world could this man be laying on this other man's shoulder like this and this and that and that and this? But I'm just saying, y'all, if you're
Doing the
going to these
Illuminati
parties,
sign.
this is why you're so comfortable with certain people.
Mm-hmm.
And ask yourself this question: is this why Puffy thought that the stuff that he was doing wasn't doing nothing wrong? When you got pastors, okay, y'all,
Come on,
preachers
girl, preach.
and stuff, hanging out with people this sick and partying with them,
Come
and
on.
them coming to your church to help, fool more people.
Right,
Okay, y'all,
right.
you
She's
gotta
speaking
sit
truth.
back and you gotta say, no, this is not right. You have to sit back and say, no, ain't no
That's
way,
right.
y'all.
Seek
And
out
a
your
lot of
own
people is
soul
talking about the wife.
salvation.
What's up with Sarita? Why is all this stuff coming out that her husband, he swing that route and he's been doing this for years and da 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 da. Well, there's an explanation behind all of this, y'all.
Allegedly.
It is a true explanation
Mm-hmm.
behind all of this mess and why things are the way they are. And why
Allegedly.
there's going to be still people that's going to show up to church
Mm-hmm.
and listen to this guy. Because birds of a feather, what y'all?
Flock together.
Flocks together. People that feel like he didn't do no wrong, and people that feel like, oh, if his wife can, forgive him, who am I?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this goes to show you that a lot of people have that cult mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, y'all? These are the people that have cult mentalities that stick around.
They've been
Even though they know the
brainwashed.
pastor is doing wrong, even though they know other members is out here bogus, okay, y'all? When you stick around and you laugh, ha ha, he he, in these people's face and act and defend them, you are no different.
Have you ever been
And people are waking up.
swallowed?
This is why people, people in his church is starting to, fall back, y'all. One thing about the internet is the internet is undefeated, y'all.
Come on, girl.
And I noticed that a lot of preachers, a lot of brothers at the hall, a lot of pastors, they tell their members to stay away from the internet. That's the main thing. And when somebody tell you to stay away from something, watch it. Because the reason why they want you to stay away from it is because they don't want the dirt to get out, y'all. They don't want it to spread.
They don't want y'all to see the truth.
Every single time.
Because the internet ain't gonna lie. They tell everything.
The information comes out on the internet. And a story comes out about this brother was putting their, touchy-feely on me. Or this person was touchy-feely on a little one. Or this and that and that. And it spreads so fast. The news spreads truly, truly fast. And then...
Okay. So she's telling the truth about that. The situation where you feel like you can't really say anything about things that you see when you're young and in the church because you don't want to stir up stuff if ain't nobody else stirring it up. But for me, I was sitting here tonight and I asked God to show me if this is true because I don't want to, put somebody down and bring their name into a gossiping session, which is something that a lot of people are coming to the conclusion in their mind that this is hearsay because there's no proof. Well, so I wanted to be honorable, and I asked God, I closed my eyes and I did a little meditation, and I asked God, I said, God, please show me if this is true about T.D. Jakes, because, I love me some T.D. Jakes. Like, I followed him a long time. I had his tape series, all his ministry. I always paid attention when he was at the Georgia Dome doing all them services around the world. And I saw that at the time he got called into the office of Bush Jr. because of the services he was doing at the Georgia Dome. And I said, oh, Lord. because he never came back. I was like, oh, Lord. So next thing I know, I'm looking on the news and I see T.D. Jakes sitting beside Bush Jr. with his head down and Bush Jr. talking. And I said to myself, oh, Lord, Bush got to him. He got to him. And I don't know if that's an indoctrination time for him or allegedly, or if what I'm hearing is that this has been happening since Virginia, allegedly. So my point of this is that, like, I close my eyes in meditation and I ask God, I said, Lord, please show me if this is true or not. Please show me. And when I closed my eyes and waited for the answer in meditation, God showed me the answer. I saw in a vision. This is not true. It was a vision, okay? This wasn't his person that I saw. It was a vision God gave me. And T.D. Jakes was standing and leaning over on to this man, kissing him. He was sitting in a chair and he was kissing him, and he had a hat on, not T.D. Jakes, the other guy. And I said, oh God, are you showing me that this is true? And to me, that's a confirmation. I'm going to tell you this. Things that are in the dark will eventually come to the light. Now, allegedly, all these people telling what they think is going on through the internet or whatever, allegedly. I'm not saying that on here. I'm just giving you my vision with God. But I also think that a man of God should not be found in situations that could get him in these kinds of situations. Okay, he's a bishop. He got a lot of money. He got planes, cars, big mansions and everything. Got wives, children. The children are misbehaving. His son was caught on the news talking about he was at a park with some gay people interacting and came up against a police officer who was undercover and exposed himself to this police officer as if he was soliciting sex from him. That's not allegedly. That's true. It was on the news. And I'm like, okay, so his kids are not in order. And then I hear Michelle talks about how Cora took her child and how this Mexican lady came over there at her church with her daughter, and this lady Cora got her deported and kept the child here and adopted it. Then later on, as it goes on, the husband was said to have molested her. So now they're divorced and he in jail, from what I hear, allegedly. If your house ain't in order and you a bishop and you hanging out at Diddy parties and people are saying these things about you, you put yourself in the way of Satan, even if it wasn't true. You are guilty by association, okay? And maybe that's the vision God was showing me. But it was too detailed for it not to be true. So my thing is this. T.D. Jakes, you need to confess. If you did do this, you need to stop hiding in the dark and come on out to the light and confess. Because to me, sex is not a sin, and to love a partner is not a sin. But committing adultery is a sin, and that's allegedly. I ain't say you did it. I'm just saying the biblical terms behind it. The bishop is not supposed to be seen in compromising situations, even if it isn't something that he's doing wrong there. So this put you in a situation to be guilty by association. Sex to me is not a sin. Loving somebody is not a sin. I don't care who they are. I think lust is lust, sex is sex, and love is love. But the reality here is Guilt by association has cost you a whole lot. And at this point in time, you really need to come forward and say something to the people. Don't call us stupid. Don't call us idiots like you did on your Christmas Eve night or whatever. We're not stupid people. Once something goes into the internet, it's out. It's in the air and you can't take it back. Guilt by association, okay? So, by the way, anybody watching this and want to add in the comments, please do so. Touch that subscribe button and that like button. I really appreciate it. But I just wanted to share this with you because there's a lot of secrets going around. And kids are witnessing. People think kids are stupid. You think you could do things in front of kids and they're not paying attention. Oh, believe me, it gets stapled in their brain. And you wonder why when they grow up, they don't respect you. It's because they see when you are an adult and you're not respecting yourself or honoring the wife, husband thing, the mother, daddy thing, then they don't trust you. And yeah, you're going to wind up with some troubled kids on your hand. And so at this point in time, and yeah, I got to say something about Sharita. Sharita, you know what? You need to talk to. Because as long as you know about this stuff and you keep quiet, you are damaging for life your own husband. You need to confront so that he can confess and get saved. And as long as you keep quiet, there's always going to be a victim somewhere. You may be afraid to lose everything he done gave you, because from what I hear, you ain't have nothing before you married him. You really need to come forward. Y'all wives, pastors' wives, y'all need to stop keeping these secrets for these daggone men, because it causes long-term harm and you get involved, you become guilty by association yourself. Okay? If you think that T.D. Jakes is going down by himself, he ain't. If he goes down, you going with him because you knew the whole time. I'm hearing that the land that y'all built the Potter House on was given to you by Bush Jr., free of charge. When you moved up here to Texas, that land belonged to the Bush family, allegedly. So you have some associations with some very strong, powerful people that are not really in a good place with society. And that's not good for a bishop. So I would confess, I would give the people something, because the more you ignore it, the more comes out. Once you put it in the air, you can't take it back. Okay? So God showed me that vision. I believe God. And that means that you are doing something allegedly that you shouldn't be doing. So I just wanted to share that and let y'all know, because people are out here wondering. You have made a positive impact on a lot of people's lives, Mr. Jakes, mine included. I love your ministry, but it hurt my heart to hear this gossip, to hear these alleged stories that are going around about you. The only person can fix this is you. Ain't nobody gonna judge you if you're guilty. I mean, hey, if your wife approves of it and you doing it, hey, who cares? That's y'all private life. But when you affect me spiritually, it becomes a part of my life. And the hurt and disappointment that I have, I need some answers, because you really impacted my life in a very positive way over the years. I can't believe this, but okay, if God says so, it's so. But at this point in time, it's in your hands. The ball is in your court. You need to fix it. Okay? Association with Diddy and that Illuminati sign he got going on right there, This Illuminati thing right there he got going on says something terrible about him that you really shouldn't be around. And the other thing, why would you let Tyler Perry, who ain't no preacher, ain't no bishop, just a person that giving you $1 million, lay his hands on you and anoint you in prayer in your pulpit? Would you let one of your people in the audience walk up there and lay their hands on you like that? Well, that's what you did. You let somebody who is not a part of the cloth, don't have a church, not a pastor, not a bishop, nothing, but money let him lay his hands on you, which says a lot as well. So with this, I'm going to stop here and just say, God, help these people. Bring T.D. Jakes back home. Help him to confess and to get his life together. If it's something larger than what we know, expose it. But at this point in time, we need you to be our guide in this and help this man find his way back to you, Father, to his first love. So I think the world is in hell right now. I really do, because it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. And for you to get up there and say, have you ever been swallowed? Have you ever been swallowed? Why would you even say it like that? And in this time, it's almost like God is opening your mouth for you and talking. Because since you won't say it, you want to call us ignorant people, but then you're going to get up in the pulpit and say, have you ever been swallowed? Come on. That doesn't even seem appropriate. And the lady up in there, while you getting Tyler Perry blessed, not God blessed, but Tyler Perry blessed, talking about push that baby out. What is going on with y'all people? Y'all are talking stuff, they don't know what the hell you're saying. It doesn't make any sense. It's out of place. It don't belong on the altar. So you need to get your life together. And people, the reason why people are talking T.D. Jakes is because they're hurt. You have impacted a lot of people's lives in a very positive way. And people are finding this to be hard to swallow. Okay? It's hard to swallow this. So you need to come back and get the blood off of your hands, because you impacted a lot of people in a spiritual manner in a very high way. And some of these people are going to not be well because of it. You want people to be well, don't you? Then you need to get this right. So don't forget to hit that subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll have another show soon. Bye-bye.